What a roller coaster of emotions for 49ers fans this week. After a tumultuous return from injury, our young kicker faced the wrath of social media following 3 missed attempts. But just when we thought it was over, he redeemed himself with a game-winning field goal. Will the 49ers stand by him? Or is this the beginning of the end? Stay tuned as we dive into the latest on this kicker drama and what it means for our beloved team. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that like button to stay updated on all things 49ers. What a roller coaster of a week it has been for Jake Moody, the kicker for our San Francisco 49ers. After spending a month on the sidelines due to injury, he returned to action only to miss his first 3 field goals against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers last Sunday. Things escalated on the sidelines when Deebo Samuel, clearly frustrated, told Moody to lock in. This sparked a heated exchange with long snapper Tabor Pepper, which only added to the tension. But then, in a turn of events that had fans holding their breath, Moody managed to hit the game-winning field goal shortly after. This rapid transition from villain to hero is something we've seen before, but it raises some serious questions about Moody's future and where his head is at moving forward. Kyle Shanahan, our head coach, spoke to Greg Papa on NBC Sports Bay Area's 49ers game plan and provided some insight into Moody's mindset. He expressed optimism, saying, "I think he's feeling great now. He had a hell of a week." Shanahan noted that facing adversity is crucial for a player's development in the league. Moody experienced that adversity firsthand, and despite the shaky start, he came through when it counted the most. Now, let's be honest, there were plenty of fans ready to throw in the towel on Moody after those misses. Even post-game, some were still calling for his release. But here's the kicker. The 49ers front office, specifically GM John Lynch, is not ready to give up on him just yet. Lynch stated on KNBR this week, "We're not blinking. We have a lot of faith in this kid. Everyone has tough days." He emphasized that it's not in their DNA to give up on a player after one rough outing. So, what does this mean for us as fans? Well, it appears that the organization is willing to stick with Moody, and honestly, that could be the right call. Before those 3 missed kicks, he had only missed 1 field goal all season and boasts a perfect 14 for 14 on extra points. That kind of track record showcases his potential. And perhaps, just perhaps, this was a moment he needed to grow stronger. But it does leave us wondering about the mental fortitude of our kicker. Can he bounce back from this? Is he mentally equipped to handle the pressure that comes with being a kicker in the NFL? These are questions that will linger until we see a more consistent performance from him. I'll be candid here, I'm torn. Part of me respects the idea of giving Moody another shot, recognizing that even the best players have off days. Yet another part of me wonders if the 49ers should be keeping an eye on other options, especially given how critical every point is in tight games. And you, what do you think? Was keeping Moody the right decision? Or do you believe it's time for the 49ers to explore other kicking options? I genuinely want to hear your thoughts. Drop your opinions down in the comments below. Wow, this wasn't expected. Kyle Shanahan recently made headlines with his approach to play calling, especially regarding Brock Prrdy. Now, as a diehard 49ers fan, I can't help but feel a mix of excitement and concern about this strategy. Shanahan is known for his intricate offensive schemes, but in a league where many quarterbacks are given the freedom to adjust plays at the line of scrimmage, Prrdy seems to be held back. It's a bit puzzling, isn't it? In his latest comments, Shanahan emphasized that he trusts his play designs implicitly. He feels that if he provides Prrdy with 2 or 3 options, one of them should work flawlessly against whatever defense they face. This raises a crucial question. Is this the best way to utilize a quarterback with such a sharp football IQ? Prrdy is undeniably one of the brightest minds in the game today. His ability to read defenses and adapt should be an asset that Shanahan can leverage more effectively. Yet, instead, it seems like he's treating Prrdy more like a puppet than a playmaker. Imagine if Prrdy had the freedom to signal changes based on what he sees pre-snap. If he spots a defensive alignment that screams for a different route, wouldn't it be wise to let him act on it? Shanahan's insistence on sticking strictly to his play calls might be limiting not just Prrdy's growth, but also the 49ers' potential as a whole. I can't shake the feeling that there are moments in games where having that flexibility could be the difference between victory and defeat. During an exchange with the media, Shanahan pushed back against questions about Prrdy's freedom before the snap, insisting that the offense incorporates plenty of options even if they're not as visible as hand signals. But let's be honest here. Does that really satisfy the need for adaptability in a high-stakes game? It feels like there's a disconnect between Shanahan's confidence in his designs and the necessity for quarterbacks to have autonomy on the field. And it makes me wonder, how long can this approach sustain success? You have to consider the implications of this strategy on the team's future. The 49ers are in a prime position to make a deep playoff run. But is Shanahan's strict adherence to his playbook going to hold them back when it matters most? We've seen teams thrive when quarterbacks are empowered to make on-the-fly decisions, adapting to the moment rather than rigidly adhering to a script. And while Shanahan claims that they give quarterbacks options, it begs the question, how much better could Prrdy perform if he were allowed to take the reins a bit more? I think back to Tom Brady, a player who has always thrived on control and the ability to read defenses. Shanahan reportedly passed on the opportunity to coach Brady in 2020, likely because he knew that Brady would demand a level of freedom that he's not willing to grant. It's a fascinating dynamic, and it leaves me with mixed feelings. Is Shanahan sacrificing the potential of his quarterback for the sake of his playbook? And what about our chances in the playoffs? With the NFC looking competitive, can we afford to stifle a talent like Prrdy? The stakes are high, and every game counts. I genuinely believe that if we want to reach our full potential, Shanahan needs to reconsider how he's utilizing Prrdy. This isn't just about play calling. It's about creating a synergy between coach and quarterback that can elevate the entire team. So, what do you think? Is Shanahan's approach the right path for the 49ers? Or should he loosen the reins on Prrdy? I want to hear your thoughts. Let's get a conversation going in the comments below. Your insights, frustrations, and expectations matter. And together, we can dissect this situation. And don't forget to hit that like button, share this video, and subscribe to the channel for all the latest updates and discussions. You won't want to miss out on what's coming next. And remember, activate the notification bell so you can stay informed about everything 49ers.